Good morning. So in my continued efforts to mix up where I do the intro, today I'm coming to you from the kitchen, or specifically my little wall of teacups, which I love so much. I'm so happy with how that project turned out. Anyway, today I am doing a couple of different things. First off, I woke up. I have decided I still like the blue bedroom fabric. If you missed the last video, basically I'm doing like a fake bed crown canopy situation on the bed in the blue bedroom, and I let myself sleep on it overnight to decide if I really like the fabric that I'm using, and I do. So it is off to the hardware store to buy the stuff to make the fake bed crown. I'm also gonna stop by a garage and get some quotes for winter tires, because fun fact that I did not know until recently, legally you have to have winter tires on your car to drive in many large sections of France from November to I think April. And it turns out that this region is very much a region where you are legally required to have those winter tires. So I'm going to go and order some and get them on the CRV so that I will be legal driving around. Also today, I'd like to try to do like some other kind of visible project. I might try to do some wallpapering in here in the kitchen. That could be a good one. There's also quite a lot of like little projects that I'd like to get to today, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna get to. I need to put up some wallpaper here in the kitchen. I need to do like a test paint color down in the first floor bathroom. There's just a lot of little things, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know which one's gonna like speak to me later in the day. So I guess that's like a fun mystery for the second half of this video. Anyway, enough dawdling around here. I'm about to hit the road and head to the hardware store. This is what I was thinking of for the bed crown. So I quite like this one. I was thinking something like slightly wider like this one, but that one seems not ornate enough. I feel like I'm going to be better off with something slightly more ornate. So this one looks pretty good. I think I'm going to get that. Okay, I'm on the way back to Everdeen, but I was passing by the lake and I glanced out the window and it looked so beautiful with the autumn colors and the sunshine. I just had to stop and have a little look because it is gorgeous. The sun's come out and it's a beautiful day and the lake is absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm back, but before I get to work here in the blue bedroom, I am just going to run outside very quickly and do some aerial videos because the sun has come out. It is almost warm outside, and I really need to take advantage of that whenever it happens because basically these are the last few days where it'll be warm enough for me to train outside and do any videos for my other YouTube channel, my aerial channel, and I really need to have enough videos to keep up with my weekly schedule on that channel through the entire winter. So I'm just desperately running out to train and do some videos anytime the sun peeps its head out at all. Aerial moment is done, so let's get to work on this mess. Step one is we need to cut this to the right length. I think that I want it slightly wider than the bed, but I'm going to use tape, my old friend, to trial and error that. Basically, I'm going to cut it to the length I think I want. I'm going to stick it up with tape, see if it seems right. This is so lightweight, it's going to be quite easy just to tape it to the wall to look at it. And then if it needs to be shorter. If it's weird, I can always make it a bit shorter. So let's try it the slightly wider than the bed version, and then we'll see how that goes. I've run upon a small issue. So I'm cutting here. The issue is that this is styrofoam and the part that I'm cutting just looks like broken styrofoam. So although it's not going to really be visible, I do want it to have a more finished look than that. I'm going to try hot gluing the sides, and maybe that like layer of hot glue will make it slightly better. I don't know. That's better. The glue just kind of smoothed everything out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And to be honest, this is going to be like, 8 feet up the wall, so it's not going to be that visible anyway. I think that's okay. I think it's okay. That was a lot more work than I anticipated. It was just a really awkward angle to try to attach something to the ceiling. Also, this bed is so fluffy and soft and gorgeous for sleeping on, and so bad for standing on because like the softness, you just slip in. But anyway, I have pleated the fabric mostly evenly, I think. And then you can see on the back here, I have used upholstery nails, or upholstery tacks, I guess they are, to just tack it up into the beam all the way along. So that should hold pretty steady. I'm pretty happy with how that like 3D effect is happening because the beam is farther out from the wall. So now I'm going to put the little trim piece on top and see how that looks. I feel like this white trim piece is too white. It just sticks out, especially like when everything else in here is off-white. So I'm wondering if I should try to paint it. I think I'm going to attempt to paint it because, yeah, at the moment it's just like glaringly white. Okay, well, I will admit that it does seem a little bit silly to be painting something white that is already white. But when you see it next to the trim in the bedroom, it just looks so different. You can't even really see it on the camera, but like in person, the difference is very noticeable because this is the Blanc Aspen that I've been using as the color for all of the trim. And it is, I'm gonna say at least 3 shades different from this extremely bright white. It really pops out. So this is something that it only takes a few minutes to do, and I think it's worth doing it. Also, I'm hoping that the paint will kind of give it the texture of real molding more than the texture of the styrofoam. So maybe that'll help it look like it's actually made out of plaster, which would be ideal. Okay, while that's drying, first, candy bar break. Second, this wall is the wall where all of the wallpaper that I put on to smooth out the textured concrete wall fell off for mysterious reasons. So a while ago, we took down the rest of what was left on here, the rest of that wallpaper, and we painted primer onto the wall in hopes that the wallpaper glue will stick better to the primer. I think it will, because the paint that was on this wall before was like a very slick feeling, like oil-based paint. And even just feeling it with your hands, you could tell that it was a very slippery paint. So I'm hoping that is why the wallpaper fell off, and not like, I don't know, it's impossible to stick wallpaper to this wall for some reason. That would be bad. So I'm going to just quickly throw some glue up on there and throw the already cut wallpaper bits, which hopefully should go up pretty easy because they're already cut to the right size. I really should change my clothes for this, but I can't be asked for that. I'm probably going to end up covered in glue and really regretting my life choices, but I just don't want to. Here's the one issue with my master, well, the one issue, the first of probably many issues with my master plan, is that the fridge was not in place the first time we wallpapered this wall. So the wallpaper is cut to go all the way to the corner back there. I think what I'm going to do, let's see, is there enough space here? Yeah, there's a very small space here. So I think what I'm going to do is wallpaper glue the wall where I can reach the wall, and then wallpaper glue the paper to go behind the fridge, and then get like a thin stick and reach that back there to push down that part of the paper. It doesn't have to be perfect because you can't see it at all. My other option would be to like try to cut around the fridge, but that seems like it would be really hard to do in a way that you couldn't see the edges around the fridge, which I don't want. Made a terrible mistake. I've painted the wrong side of the paper. I've painted this side up, and that is the hole that is supposed to go around that little hole in the wall there, which is a chimney pipe tube of some sort. Chimney pipe attachment. Anyway, that clearly, if I'm putting the piece of paper that goes behind the fridge, that little hole should be on the left. And the way I've painted it with the glue, it is on the right. So what I'm gonna do is just put this piece of paper up, and the whole part will be at the, oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna use a new fresh piece of wallpaper. It is what it is. Surprisingly large amount of work. This is done. I also did this side, and I did the part that's back over the top of the fridge. And it just was very complicated. I didn't anticipate how complicated it was going to be, like going around the fridge, doing this corner, but this is done. I'm very happy with that. Basically, the next step is to paint this part of the wall. and then also the wall opposite once I choose a paint color. After that, we're also going to paint this part for sure. But this part is textured concrete still, just with primer over it. And I might leave it with the texture and leave that part white just for like visual interest. But before I make a decision, I'm going to see how it looks with like this part painted, and then I'll decide what to do over here. But that was a project. Anyway, it is now 7:30 p.m. I am going to put up the little bed crown thing over the bed canopy in the blue bedroom, and then maybe it's time to let it go for the day, have some wine, have dinner. But first, let's finish that bed canopy project. Well, I've put it back up, and it just still looks too white to me, which is strange because it is painted the same color as that doorway, but it looks so much whiter. Well, I guess that maybe tomorrow, because it's getting a bit late now, I could try painting. I have like a really pinky beige that I was using for another project that I could try painting like inside the bas relief parts to just kind of make it look like it's painted in a color pattern. I can't really describe it very well, but I could try that tomorrow morning. Or I can think of one other thing to try tonight. I'm going to try quickly. Let's see how it works. Okay, this is option 2. It's this little carved wood piece that I had just hanging around. I don't hate that. I don't know if I love it. What I might do is try painting it white or off-white and just seeing how that looks, if it's better. Maybe it is. We'll see. I think tomorrow morning I'll paint this off-white and see if that helps it at all, and also paint the trim piece, that one, that I got at the shop today. Well, oh, I'm tired. I think that probably it is time for me to call it a night, and I have a few admin, email, businessy things I have to do, and then I just remember there's an open bottle of Bailey's in the fridge, so like that's probably going to happen. I'll have some dinner and I'm going to crash. But before I do any of those things, I'm going to remind you guys to please do subscribe to this channel, because it makes such a difference when you guys subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed other videos, then subscribing is quick and free and easy and highly appreciated by me. So please do that. It will also keep you up to date every time I put out a new video, which will keep you from missing projects like this, because I know it's, you know, with an ongoing renovation project like this, it's nice to see all the steps. And if you want to see all the steps, then subscribing is the way to do that. Also, liking videos is hugely helpful to me and very much appreciated. So please do those two things. And with that, I'm going to get myself some Baileys to drink, and I will see you guys next time.